Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zubeir Husssain and I'm a cognitive behavioral psychotherapist, and today we're going to be talking about stress. Stress is extremely common. We all feel stress from time to time. Stress is not a psychiatric disorder in itself. It's simply your body's way of telling you you are under a difficult situation or a circumstance. Your body is built with a fight and flight response. That's your stress response. So whenever we are faced with some sort of threat, danger or difficulty, your body will jump into its fight and flight mode, or what we call its survival mode. What you may notice is tension in your muscles, your mouth may go dry, you may feel some dizziness, some sweatiness in your body, and this is your body's way of telling you you are under stress. It's normal to experience stress in day-to-day life and from time to time. Stress is extremely subjective. What one person may find stressful, the other person may not find stressful at all. And stress varies according to your age as well. We do know the world's become an extremely stressful place. There's more demands on us than there were previously before. Social media demands to look good, demands to buy a house at a certain age, demand to even get married by a certain age. We are all surrounded by stress, and stress is a natural response to these circumstances. Younger people can be more prone to stress. The reason for that is we're under much more pressure, and younger people face much more pressure. There's demands from universities, there's demands to do well in your exams, perform well academically. There's demands to get into the right professions by the right time. There's demands from your peers. We need to look good, we need to have the right amount of money, the right car maybe, or look good in a certain way. Demands are ever increasing in the community. It can be difficult and it can affect a wide range of people, but in particular we need to think about who's more vulnerable to stress. Younger people can be more prone to stress because there's more pressure to perform in a certain way, to behave in a certain way. We experience stress in all walks of our lives, whether that's religious stress, to be praying on time, praying adequately, whether that's academic stress, we need to be achieving, striving, getting the best grades, or whether that's the stress to look good. Social media unfortunately fuels a lot of this stress as well. We often shape our thoughts, our ambitions, our achievements to meet the approval of others, and that can be extremely stressful in itself. Unfortunately, when we're feeling extremely stressed, and if we have been exposed to prolonged stress, that stress can affect the people around you and it can affect your relationships. You may come across as aggressive, irritable, snappy maybe, and people may start moving away from you. What we need to understand here is that we all face stress day to day, time to time. Stress is normal. In fact, it can be extremely motivating. If we are stressed, we tend to worry about a situation and therefore perform and be motivated to perform better. However, if we are exposed to prolonged levels of stress and chronic stress, it can also affect your physical health and affect your functioning. And that's why early intervention is extremely important. There's significant research that stress affects your immune system and it can result in some sort of illness, whether that's coughs, colds, flu, but that weakened immune system can make you vulnerable to other problems as well. Prolonged stress can actually make you feel quite helpless, hopeless and depressed. It can make you feel quite lonely and isolated, that no help is available and you cannot get out of this situation. And that's why early intervention is extremely important to help you learn skills to manage your stress levels much better. You may feel you're complaining. You may feel you're nagging other people. You may feel you may just be experiencing this in isolation and nobody else is going through this problem. And that's the reason why you may not seek help or even go to a professional. You may fear, you may get sectioned, or you will be given that label or unhelpful label of being mentally ill. These are the reasons why people often do not approach mental health professionals or your GP for help and support. The reality is they are not going to judge you. The reality is we all experience stress. The reality is there's some excellent therapy out there available to help you as well. Regardless of what background, community, skin color or race you belong to, the help is there to help you manage your stress, because stress does not discriminate. We all suffer from stress from time to time, and we often feel quite isolated and hopeless when suffering from stress. And that's why we might be reluctant to talk to others about the difficulties that we are experiencing. The irony is a lot of people around you are probably stressed and they are probably experiencing the same feeling that you are going through. It's only talking to others that we can realize this is a common problem and a normal problem we all experience from time to time. And that's why it's important to speak with confidence that you are having these difficulties. Often we may feel a sense of guilt or shame due to the stress that we experience. And we need to break these barriers and be confident to talk to others. Stress does not mean you're a weak person. Stress can build your resilience. It can encourage you to do better and motivate you to work harder. Often we feel hopeless because we're under so much stress. The demands may outweigh our resources and we may feel helpless as though there's no future for us. As Allah says in chapter 8 verse 40, Allah is the protector, excellent is the protector, excellent is the helper.